And really the story just came out of desperation. It was about time. It was like, I need more time to do this story. I need more time. I just wasn't in the right space, and I had so much other shit happening. And it sort of came from that, where the old people, like, they want more time, so they find a way to get more time and to do the things they regret not having done before, and sort of started with that.
Henry's story in the movie is basically, he's a 17-year-old boy that he just lost his mother, and his father is long time past as well. So he needs to go stay with his granddad for a month until his 18th birthday so that he can get the house his mother used to live in. He goes to the old age home to live there, and things start getting weird. He meets a very nice girl, Margot, who's 16 years old, and they fall in love. But like further on in the story, weird stuff happens, and yeah, that's for you guys to see.
Die ouderdom van die karakter om iemand te speel wat 'n jong liggaam het, maar oud is, 'n ou siel het, en om dit te kan oorbring. Ek weet nie of ek dit reg kry nie, maar dit is lekker vir my.
I almost wish that the audience could actually read the script, because it's just phenomenal, and there was a lot of pressure to do the script justice.
Ik denk het is een baie oulike tekst. Het is baie interessant. Het is oorspronkelijk, dus het is iets anders.
He's a quirky character, old Etienne. He's incredibly hardworking. He never stops. It surprised me so many times.
Honestly, like, gave me the chance to experiment with the character and to add stuff, and if I didn't like to do something, he would let me take it away. But in general, he was just great all the time. He was being supportive all the time. Yeah, awesome director.
I enjoy working with him. Yeah, he's a very an extremely visual person. I mean, as many people might know from the website as well, he's an artist.
Etienne had this very, very clear picture in his head. It was this whole Wes Anderson look that we're going for, but you know, give it a bit of Afrikaner twist, and it really worked well.
The thing that I love about Lisa is she read the script, first of all, which is great, thank you. But secondly, the most important thing is she understood the script, and she knew what it was supposed to be. And she took that and she made it so much cooler than I ever thought it could be. She added so many layers, and just I learned so much from her in terms of that. So yes, I think the vision really was achieved.
Obviously, as we got to know each other and just got to spend time with each other, it was easier to become intimate as characters, because the characters know each other for a long time, and it's just as our friendship developed and we formed that, we could multiply that.
There's this one scene in the script where Tannie Mariki goes to Henry's house and she wakes him up and she knocks on the door. And I just couldn't make it short enough, so I had this like a lot of dialogue in this one thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna write everything down and see what happens. And then when I read it, this little face started coming out of the darkness and somewhere in my mind. And it was this lady that I used to watch on TV a lot when I was younger. She was on Vetkoek Paleis. Tannie Marga van der Roy. And I just heard her saying this and I just laughed out loud. I couldn't believe how awesome it was. Like, the dialogue suddenly just made sense, and I just had to find it.
Etienne het my net gebel een aand en die voorstel gemaak of ek sal belangstel om in 'n film te speel. Gesê hy sou neer AFDA Kaapstad. En toe die teks lees te belle kom en ek sê ja nee, dit is 'n baie oorspronklike teks. Ek sal regtig baie graag wil speel.
To get film-trained elder actors was difficult, and we didn't really want to go for the professional route because we didn't have money to pay for them, but it actually worked out. They were worth every single cent, having those professional actors on set, worth every cent.
Working with professional actors was the best. Tani Marga, oh, such an amazing person. I never knew my grandma that well, but I can imagine my grandma being someone like her, and she is just amazing.
Sy speel seker al toneel vir oor die 40, 50 jaar en ek doen dit juist vir 4 jaar. En daar is die huge gap en daar is die klein ding wat sê kan ek saam hulle can I keep up with them? Maar ek leer verskriklik baie van hulle.
Seeing that woman on TV and laughing at it just made me feel so good, and I just always loved her so much. And then actually meeting her on the airport with Robin, that was so scary. I mean, this woman walked toward us and she had this little cap on, and I was like, oh man, what are we doing? At that moment, like, things became super real, super quickly.
You overestimate some aspects of doing a 48-minute film, and you underestimate some aspects of doing a 48-minute film. You know, students like to cut corners, and we like to leave things to the last minute, and as a producer it's my job to make sure that that doesn't happen.
The problem with 48 is it doesn't really fit anywhere really. Like 10 minutes, we've done it so many times, so you understand it. 90 minutes I've done that, so I understand that. But like 48 is so hard. The films that we watch obviously are the films that inspire us. So when you make a film, in terms of pacing and that kind of stuff, you think in those terms, but when you do this, it's not the same at all.
It was an insane shock because I literally started with film this year and I've done a couple of 10-minute films, but going from that into a 2-week production was just insane. It was so much stress, but at the same time, like when I look back and I realize how much I pulled off in 3 weeks, I'm actually amazed.
We shot in, obviously, the AFDA studios, which were obviously a hell of a lot more easy and more comfortable. And the first day of set it was raining, and it was actually a lie, but I just told everyone that it's good luck if it rains on your first day of set. I just made that up, but I just did it to make everyone else feel better. Then we shot at Windpomp Girls High for the ballet studio. Awesome, awesome location.
In the ballet studio, it was very stressful, both actors, but just being able to see that through a lens and you're like, I created this. You know, that's amazing. I mean, shooting something out on a page, alone in your flats in Woodstock somewhere, and then having these amazing people actually take part of it and really go for it. I mean, there's no feeling like that at all, man. It's insane. So that was probably my favorite scene.
Have you been in a movie before? What was it like? Did you enjoy it? And for yourself?
Silvermine was awesome. Silvermine, the retirement village, was so awesome to shoot at. They were so accommodating, such nice people.
Silvermine was great for me. Like, you just bump into old people who ask you random questions, and it was fun times.
They couldn't really see when they were driving, so they, you know, sort of drove into a couple of gear and things like that. Thank God nothing was hurt. Lawrenceford Wine Estate out in Somerset West, beautiful location. And the dam that we shot at, we actually couldn't get all the vehicles up there. It was a really tricky road, so my poor car had to do I had to keep doing trips playing taxi driver.
The dam was horrible because we had to swim in, put the tracking markers in. I still think that should have been a VFX job, but somehow it became a PD job. And I got about waist deep before I gave up. Annika, we swam out, and I don't know how she did it, because there was a VFX guy who tried and he failed epically. So she kicked his ass. It was really awesome.
The dam, there was the dam. And the dam was there. And the dam was very cold.
And action!
Challenging, the swimming, yeah, that was basically it. Swimming with a shovel is not the easiest thing to do.
Could not find the Windpomp. And Lisa and everyone were on phones and emailing.
That fell on my shoulders, and it was an absolute disaster from start to finish, because as soon as I got one solution, it fell through.
So eventually we found a working Windpomp on a farm, and we drove there and we set up a green screen behind it.
We didn't get what we wanted exactly, but I think we made it work.
I basically do everything on set. No. My job is just making sure that we get the shot. So it's everything that I have to do to make sure that we take the shot. So it's making sure we run on schedule, so I correlate a lot with the ADs from that.
I've worked with him a lot where he's the AD, and he really is the only AD that I can trust. And he's brilliant at it.
Come guys, walk and work.
Today, Louis rocked up in what we are convinced are women's shoes. Because when we heard him walking in on the tiles, we thought a woman was coming because it made that like heel sound, and then Louis appeared. And we looked at her and we were like, Louis, I think you're wearing women's shoes, but when we asked him about it, he said he just grabbed what was at the bottom of his cupboard.
That's the thing about Louis, he doesn't give a shit. So you can say anything to him and he doesn't give a shit. He's so proud of those heels, man.
We had a lot of assistants and they worked really hard. I got given really horrible tasks to do. And I shouted at some people and I feel bad, but what amazed me was that they just kept coming back. You know, they all really pulled through. None of that would have ever happened if it wasn't for them.
I had such great people helping me, I can't even describe.
And they never complained and they always had a smile on their face.
What's it like being a senior assistant?
What?
That's the best moment right there.
There we go.
Yeah, you see.